Grab a cup of joe, buckle up, and let's embark on a journey of self-discovery, creativity, and entrepreneurship. Let's get rolling.
Welcome to the Rhythm of the Road podcast, and I am hitting this episode from the road once again. I am in my room here in the not-so-sunny Washington, D.C. area, actually just across the river in Arlington, Virginia for a conference, and thought I would just hop on here and, do one of these from the road again. Many of you seem to like my episode from Dallas, so thank you for those of you who actually took the courage to reach out and say something. I really appreciate it. And so since I'm talking about being on the road and doing this episode from the road, I thought I would talk about something that really got me here and got me to start this podcast and got me an opportunity to even be speaking about these things. And that's just top 5 things that I think every musician should know and be ready for in terms of a mindset hack. So these top 5 mindset hacks, I think every musician should know for their personal development. The first and foremost, get 1% better every day. And what do I mean by that? It's just get 1% better at your craft every day. Get 1% better at your instrument every day. So whether you're a drummer, a bass player, fiddle player, keyboard player, singer, tambourine player, mix engineer, all of these people serve the live music industry. And so be constantly thinking about that. What can I do to get 1% better at my thing every day? It seems so simple, but oftentimes, as you've heard me say on this podcast before, those simple things are absolutely just so hard to do. The second thing is your network is your net worth. So meet somebody new every single place you go. It doesn't matter whether it's the venue staff, whether it's the road crew, whether it's the people in the gas station, whether it's a few audience members, whether it's somebody you just met at the restaurant while you were eating prior to, or the hotel staff. Because as you continue to travel more and you go to more places, those folks are going to remember you and you make an impression on them. So do your best to network, be a good human being. That can also be part of that. Get 1% better every single day, but add somebody new to your list. Now, I'm not talking about building a contact list and having some sort of big database. I'm just talking about you investing in other people and this idea of dropping these seeds kind of everywhere you go. And then when you go back, try to remember something about that person. Relate it back to the last time you were there. Since I've been off the road, I always tell folks, like, the number one thing I miss about being on the road is the people I met. And did I love performing? Yes, I still love performing and I still do it. However, I'm just always thinking about, what are those people doing now? What's going on in their life? And oftentimes I've had an opportunity to go back to some of those places and reconnect with those folks. And we always have social media and those opportunities to stay connected, but I prefer the in-person experience. Number 3, this one can be a little bit more challenging, and that's take care of your mind while you're on the road. That just seems a little bit ominous, but let me give you just a few little tips that I use for in that. So be ready for the weekend. Oftentimes when I was going on the road, it'd be like a 3 or 4 day stretch. Set yourself up for success. Be ready for that weekend. Be ready for who you might be riding in the truck or the van with. Be ready for who you might meet, right? We just talked about meeting people and expanding that network. Be ready for being in the car for 8, 10, 12, 16 hours at a time. Like, that's a drain on your body, but it's also a drain on your mind. So what are some things that you can be doing to just kind of keep that mind? Whether I always tried to set myself up for it and give myself an opportunity as I was coming into the weekend to just be in the moment and take the things as they come at me. That leads me to number 4, and that's something's always going to happen and you need to be ready to pivot. So one time we're in the middle of Iowa, somebody's driving, nobody checked the gas tank. So here we are, 90 miles from anywhere gas stations, and we're all stuck on the side of the road, nowhere to go. Thankfully, somebody pulled over and brought one of our guys to the gas station, which was, a long ways away. And then we had to wait for that person to come back with a gas can to put it in the truck, to drive that 90 miles again, and then fill up the truck so we could keep going down the road. We just had fun with it. We hung out on the side of the road. We made some jokes. Thank goodness we were on an interstate so we could pull off. We could be, for the most part, safe. And thanks goodness the weather was nice. But it was just one of those pivot moments. And now we have a memory. And now we have something that we can continue to laugh about year after year. But just know, like, stuff is going to happen. And it's what you do in those moments and how you treat those moments that's A, going to keep your mind in check, and B, just give you the opportunity to go with the flow. Here's the last one, number 5. And some of you might take a little bit offense to this, but it's often something that goes unsaid. And I feel like we need to say this a little bit more. And that's just leave your shit in the car before you leave wherever you're getting in the truck or wherever you're meeting or whatever your meeting spot is, if it's at a park and ride or gas station or somebody's house or just leave your shit from your life in that vehicle or in that spot and don't take it with you on the road, because that's just going to clutter your mind, right? And you're just going to stir in it, and then that's going to affect the other people in proximity to you, like your bandmates. And oftentimes it's just not necessary. And 99.9% of the time, it probably doesn't even involve them. So don't bring that stuff with you and then just dump it all over the truck or dump it all over the van or the bus or whatever it is that you're traveling in and bring it to them. Unless like there's some sort of agreement that you all have, but oftentimes most people want that stuff to just be left back in your car. So just leave it there. You're more than welcome to pick it up when you get back, right? And just gives you an opportunity to keep your mind clear. You can be present in the moment with your bandmates and those that you're traveling with. So whether you're trying to work on new things or you're trying to discuss what's coming next or even making a plan for the gig that you're about to play, what does load-in look like? What do we have to be thinking about? Did everybody eat? Because nobody wants a hangry person. So let me just recap those for you. Number 1, get 1% better every day. Whether that can be your instrument, that can be you, that can be your craft, that can be just showing up regularly. Number 2, your network is your net worth. So meet as many folks as you can, because you never know who's watching, you never know who you're going to meet, and you never know what that's going to mean for you down the road. It's going to have an impact, so let it. Number 3, take care of your mind on the road. Be in the right mindset. Be on the road. Give yourself that opportunity. Take rest when you need. Remove yourself from the group when you need to. Oftentimes, I would just like go off on the side and either put my headphones off or just go for a walk. It just cleared my mind so that I could be ready to engage what's going on. Number 4, something's always going to happen. So be ready. Pivot. We're musicians. Our job is to improvise all of the time. And that something could happen on stage and you need to be able to improvise, be ready, and pivot in the moment. So just be ready. Number 5, leave your shit in the car. Leave it at that pickup point and then pick it up on your way back so that you can bring it back home with you wherever that is. Because there's no place for it on the road. Everyone else will appreciate you for it, because trust me, someone's bringing their stuff on the road and you'll know what that experience is the first time you experience it, and you're probably not going to like it. So don't be that person. So if you like what you heard, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're listening to this on your radio in your car or whatever, do me a favor, leave a 5-star review, because that helps other folks, other musicians like you, find this podcast and learn a little bit more about how they can be better on the road, in life, in business, and whatever they're doing. And I want to thank you all for being here, and I'll see you down the road.
Thanks for cruising with me on this episode of Rhythm of the Road. Remember, the journey itself is the destination. Until next time, keep the rhythm flowing, and we'll see you down the road.